Hey, what is up YouTube? OpTic here bringing you another video, and today we're going to be doing a quick update for competitive 2.5, the new competitive, I guess it's not really a beta, but they're calling it the beta that is out for Gears of War 4. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to where you can see I have the page up on the gearsofwar.com website talking about the Gears of War 4 betas, and we're going to show real quick what is going on for the 2.5. So basically, the first thing they're doing is they're saying that they are comfortable where they are and what all they've kind of tested and experimented with in the previous betas, 2.0, 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, to feel comfortable enough just pushing this one out and replacing the current competitive settings with this. So in competitive matchmaking, aka escalation, competitive warm-up, and execution, you will be playing on 2.5, and then in custom games, if you set it to competitive settings, you are setting it to these 2.5 settings. Now, what are these settings? What are the differences? Well, you've got the increased damage on the Lancer by 2% and the fall off removed. It was a 5% reduction as the person got closer to you. That's no longer there. So the Lancer is buffed, just like we saw in 2.4. The Gnasher is the 2.0 damage curve, which was personally my favorite. And then they put the Gib range kind of in a middle ground. So in 2.4 and 2.3, and I think 2.2, we were looking at 246, I believe, or 245. 240 even, sorry, 240 even was the old one. So in 2.5, or the new competitive settings, we're looking at 256. So it's kind of between where it was and where they were testing. They feel like that middle ground is the right range for a Gnasher chunk, the Gib range, and the melee range. So basically, if you're close enough to melee somebody, you are within chunking range of them. There is no wall bounce cooldown, and the short mode slip distance is the reduction is 75%, so it's a really small distance. For those of you who don't understand what that means, basically if you slide towards a wall and then air cancel it, you pull back before you actually hit the wall, your wall bounce then goes into short mode, which then only gets canceled by then touching a wall or by like the timer basically going out, which is a short timer. So they're trying to control and slow down the people who spam air bounce. So that is reduced, which means it's a shorter distance, which means you'll probably see a lot more misrolls until people get used to it. The cover slip speed is reduced by 9%, so this is the same as 2.4, where they were testing, you know, the actual speed at which you slide to a cover being reduced. And then, as we've seen for, I think, the last 2 or 3, the health regen is longer. So when you get damaged, instead of it taking 4 seconds for you to regen, it takes 5. So it's a little bit longer. That extra second does matter, especially in competitive play. I talked about this in my last video for the 2.4 update, but basically, their overall goal is to slow down the game as much as possible in order to still provide like the ability for people to wall bounce, but also add in people playing, forcing people to play a little bit smarter. So you can't just wall bounce at somebody and get that shotgun chunk. We got a Lancer that's stronger now that's going to prevent you from doing that. We've got a different movement system that's a little bit slower that's going to prevent you from doing that. And if you get full red, you can't just hide behind a wall for 4 seconds anymore. You have to hide behind a wall for 5 seconds, which makes you in theory more vulnerable, and then in theory it makes you have to choose your movements a little bit more thought out. So I played it a little bit today. It felt okay. I have to kind of do more extensive testing to see what I really think and what I really feel about this. But overall, I think these are the right changes. It's, like I said, is another step in the right direction. I still, my hope is that they just decide finally to just change the sensitivities and lower the sensitivities in the game. I feel like that'll solve a lot of problems, because now that we have all of this like this, still I don't feel like this is 100% correct. And we already have, I mean, we still have the issues of the Marks being way too strong, the Retro Lancer being strong, the Hammer Burst being strong, even the Boltok arguably being strong. So there's still a lot of secondary weapons that are way too strong, and the balancing is all off for the game. This, like I said, at least they're showing the steps required to start to improve it, but I feel like the movement system being slowed down will help us better adjust all the weapons, because right now it feels like the weapons are too strong in order to counter the fact that people can move too fast. So but that's it for 2.5. It is your new competitive settings. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these settings, if you've played them at all, how you think they play out, how you think they feel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on. As always, I appreciate the support, guys. I know this was a shorter video, but I figured I need to bring you this info nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.